Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today is the first day of the Shadowkeep DLC, the first day of year 3 of Destiny 2, and it's going to be a very, very big one. A lot of things have changed, so the weekly reset's going to go over a lot of different things than it has done before. We're going to avoid things that are not as powerful as they were before, because a lot of the powerful gear from the past is no longer powerful gear. For the most part, this video is going to serve to kind of show you the beginnings of the DLC, showing you what the start is, where to get all the things, where to start, what's different, and the things that I understand for the weekly reset. So I'm going to be stumbling around, and hopefully I can give you the information that you want to see. So there's a lot of things to go over. I wanted to start in the director. So when you first start off the DLC, the very first mission of the campaign can literally just be started on the moon. You can actually select this item and literally start it. It is a minimum of 760, and literally everyone in the game, no matter what, has everything that they own up to 750, so anybody can do this mission right away. And if you can notice, across the top, there's a lot of new items that I want to show you. First of all, I want to go over to seasons. This is going to be your new leveling system that levels up throughout the season. Apparently, you can actually just get this right away. Dude, look at that. It's an exotic. So as I understand it, as you get experience, like literally experience from killing things, finishing missions, these things will level up and give you rewards as you go along. Every single one of these items are available. I think one of them is going to be a free path, and then the other one is going to be a premium path. But anyways, there's a lot of things that go all the way up to level 100, and after level 100, you just get one of these new bright engrams every 5 levels. So there's a lot of stuff to get, a lot of new things. Ascended shards, honestly, they give me a little bit of a, I want to see what this looks like. Oh, would you look at that? Well, that's cool. I like that. But there's a lot to explore. Moving over here, the quest tab has actually changed. So they have quests on the left side to make it a little bit more easy to understand. And they obviously have bounties on the right side, which for some reason, these things should have deleted themselves. Yeah, okay, so they didn't give me anything. So those things should have deleted themselves. So now they're organized in 2 different sections, much better than it was before. So this thing really needs to stop getting my inventory. And then finally, you can actually access the Eververse store from literally your directors. If you ever wanted to buy anything, it is available in the Eververse store, and we'll actually be coming back around to Eververse in a little bit. Okay, this ornament looks pretty good, but we're coming back to this. It's so cute! On top of the fact we have a lot more commas. You know, there's more commas delimiting different things, which is really good because it's really annoying not knowing what is what. Something else I want to mention when you first start off, there's a couple things that you should do right away. First of all, there's that engram from Tess, where you can get that free item, which we'll go through in a little bit. There's the Cryptarch, which also has a quest for you. And of course, the Gunsmith. If you did the Solstice of Heroes, he's going to give you some Armor 2.0 version of your Solstice of Heroes stuff. Another thing to note is that powerful gear has actually changed. A lot of things that were powerful gear before are no longer powerful gear. So you'll see things like this is legendary gear. This is legendary gear. You'll see the Drifter is a tier 1 powerful gear. This is a tier 2 from the clan rewards. And apparently Ikora doesn't actually have a bounty anymore. I'm not really sure what that's about. But you'll be able to see this across the map. A lot of things have changed. No longer is it like there's powerful gear everywhere. My assumption is there's going to be a lot less powerful gear and just in specific locations. So apparently you can get some exotic gear from the Nightfall. This thing has changed a bit. We're going to come back to this stuff. I just wanted to show that really quick. So let's go ahead and start off by talking to the Cryptarch. Now, I haven't done any of these things. I literally just launched the game. I just wanted to go with these things, or wanted to go through these things with you. Apparently, he starts off by giving you this quest to get to 900 power, which is the current soft cap. Did they change the icons for some of these shaders again? This doesn't look familiar. There's some of these look a little bit odd. But other than that, it doesn't have anything different. Moving over to the Gunsmith, he's also got a set of things like a new quest to defeat enemies with a finisher. I assume he's going to give me a finisher right away. He also gives you this thing called Pain and Gain, which I don't remember. Maybe this is part of a previous quest, but this actually does look new. So when you first talk to the Gunsmith, he's actually going to be directing you to go equip your finisher. So it's going to direct here into the bottom section of the character thing. You can find the finishers right over here, and this is the default finisher that you first start off with that you can use basically against any enemy and just finish them off. It doesn't seem to have more bonuses other than that. And on top of that, something else I did notice is that I did in fact get Ariana's bow. So this is an exotic hand cannon. It's special ammo, it shoots out shield piercing ammunition, and it comes with a scope apparently. There's also another perk here, this perk called Death at First Glance, where you get bonus damage when aiming down sights on the opening shot of an attack. This bonus is preserved if the shot deals precision damage or strikes an elemental shield. So you can continue getting bonus damage as you continue to get headshots or hit into the shield. But yeah, this is cool. Apparently I just get it right away, so I'm definitely gonna be using this. Put that in there, yeah. Get that double hand cannon going. Something else I would like to note is that I don't currently have the seasonal artifact. You have to unlock the artifact by reaching the season rank 7. So as soon as you get to rank 7, where you level up 7 times, you'll be able to get this seasonal artifact. And yes, I did equip the full, Forest Guardian looking skin. Moving on, let's go ahead and check out the gunsmith. A lot of changes, gonna be going through a lot of vendors today, but might as well show you the gunsmith as we're already here. So first and foremost, we got new stuff with upgrade modules, which I don't know what they have to do with, but apparently they're important for different things. You can actually buy upgrade modules. Apparently they're used to infuse power between gear items. So you apparently need a whole lot of these things. Oh my god, helium filaments. That brings me back. Helium filaments. There's also enhancement prisms, which are required for forging masterwork gear. So if you want to get masterwork stuff, you need this. And then finally, you also need ascendant shards to forge masterwork gear. All right, so now I understand the ascendant shard needs 10 of these to be able to make one of these. That's a lot of material grinding, but hey, it's Destiny. It's all about the grind. Oh, and here it is. Yeah, so if you did the Solstice of Heroes armor set, you can actually get your armor piece right here. So you just grab this and it should give you the full set of that armor, which should be the new Armor 2.0 style. Something else I did want to check out as well is the gunsmith drop, because the gunsmith drops are supposed to be legendary, which as it shows right there is 753. So any legendary source up to 900 will be powerful. So literally, you can spam out gunsmith materials, ZAVALA tokens, and crucible tokens until you get to power 900 before even leaving the tower. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but that is something that you can do. Before I got into all of the vendors in the area, I did want to go a little bit of an overview of the vendors and the powerful sources around the world and just show you what I understand. So first and foremost, you get powerful sources from a lot of locations, a lot of vendor challenges. First of all, for the vendor challenge of the gunsmith, completing gunsmith bounties out of 8 for tier 1, completing crucible bounties instead of completing crucible matches. Now you get a powerful tier 1, and then ZAVALA, very similar, 8 of the Vanguard bounties for a tier 1. It seems like this is a style that they have across the universe, but there are tier 2 clan rewards from HAWTHORNE, which is very interesting to find, and a lot of other legendary sources. I'm gonna see if I can try to find all of the powerful sources for you. Something else I forgot that they added was you actually are able to access these forges from the director, but this is Gofanin and this is Earth? Am I going crazy right now, or is just Gofanin the current daily or something? On top of that, you can also access the Shadow Throne any week now, and you can actually launch it from the director, which is really cool. So that's confirmed. I cannot seem to find the flashpoint. I don't know where the flashpoint is at all. Again, the Menagerie is a just regular legendary gear, but I can't find the flashpoint. Either the flashpoint's on the moon because it's the new area, or perhaps the flashpoint unlocks after you finish the section of the campaign. I don't know, but I can't find the flashpoint. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the regular weekly reset and go through the things that we understand. There's a lot of new things going on, so I'm gonna try to go through them as I understand them. So, it seems like they split the Nightfall into 2 pieces. The Nightfall this week is the Ordeal, which is a new strike for the current DLC, which I don't really understand. And there's a lot of difficulty levels to perhaps increase the rewards that you get from the activities. Yeah, you can go up to Master, that gives you an Ascendant Shards, which is uncommon, which is something that's very big. There's a lot of new modifiers. You can see Champion Overlord, Champion Barrier, lots of new stuff to play with. Let me just go ahead and select that so we can actually see what these are. You can actually see what each one of these do. So there's going to be a lot of changes here with the Nightfall. As you go along, you're going to have bigger and badder and harder Nightfalls, which is actually really exciting. Outside of that, you do still have Nightfall options that are at around 820, which is the basic minimum of the Nightfalls right now. I'm just going to go through these in case you were wondering. Lake of Shadows is going to be the taking Cabal at the end. He drops the grenade launcher, the Militia's Birthright. Next up, Tree of Probabilities. The Cabal dude at the end, he drops the DFA. And then lastly, Festering Core, a mission that I've never seen before. Obviously, this is a new mission as part of the Nightfalls. That's not the same as this one over here. Yeah, this one's the Ordeal. So we got 2 new strikes in the in the Nightfall. As for the heroic modifier, it seems like this week is Solar Singe. The daily is grounded in Brawler. Nothing really new there. It seems like the daily missions are also pretty straightforward. Moving on to Crucible, just wanted to explain this director. It's a lot different. I'm going to explain each of the new options. We have talked about this in the previous twab, but I wanted to show it to you as we can see it now. First and foremost, if you're looking for glory in the competitive playlist, this is the new set of glory playlist. You have a regular 3v3, which is now the new style for a lot of game modes, is 3v3 instead of the 4v4s. And this is going to be a 3v3 survival. This is with teams if you want to solo up with buddies, and this is a solo queue, which is really good to have. I'm glad they have this option now. Everything else will be Valor or private games. So first and foremost, want to mention private matches is down here. If you're looking for quick play, the classic mix is basically like the old quick play, 6v6, and a mix of different game modes. Outside of that, you have Control, which is a 6v6 control, very similar to quick play, but only with control. Next up, we have Rumble, because free-for-all, something that a lot of people wanted at all times. After that, we have Clash, which is going to be just a regular 6v6 Clash. In case you want to just Clash or just Control, you do have those options. On the top, we have the Labs, which is basically their experimental game types where they've introduced Elimination, a returning game mode from Destiny 1 where you die and can revive your teammates. And then lastly, we have the rotating playlist, which is Showdown. So that's how the Crucible is shaping up right now. My assumption is that this section will be like the Iron Banner, the Showdown, the Mayhem, and all that stuff. This is going to rotate based on the new ideas and disappear and reappear as we go along. And as you can tell, there's no more of these director powerful rewards. Again, if you want the powerful reward for Crucible, that's going to be at Shaxx for doing those daily bounties. Moving on to the Infamy playlist, just wanted to show you what's new. First and foremost, again, there's no powerful gear linked to any one of these things. When you do rank up your Infamy or your Valor, you should get a powerful gear, but I haven't done it yet, so I cannot confirm. And then Reckoning is 750 power across the board, no matter what you're doing. But I assume the tier 3 is obviously going to have the bigger, harder enemies anyways. As far as the Reckoning modifiers, we have Void Singe for the week and Grenadier for the day. Moving on, just wanted to talk very briefly about the Dreaming City. It is in its phase 2 out of 3, the Growing Curse week, but because of how the changes have gone through, this is no longer powerful gear, and I probably won't be going through these as much as I have before. So if you're looking for the Ascendant Realm and all those other things, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Oh yeah, look at that, legendary gear from the last Wish raid. That also includes a lot of the other sources. If they're not powerful gear, I'm going to start to avoid them a little bit more as we go along. Something I will mention is that the Escalation Protocol weapon this week is all 3. Last week was a sniper, and next week should also be all 3, and then that week is followed by the shotgun, which still should be a very big top dog kind of weapon in this new DLC. As for the Menagerie, I just wanted to swing back around to show you the modifiers. Right now it is Solar Singe for the weekly, the daily being Grounded and Brawler for the regular mode, that is, and then the hard mode this week I believe is the Hydra. I think last week was the Ogre. I haven't checked my notes, but I believe that's true. And we have Extinguish, Match Game, Attrition, and Archsinge for the hard mode. Ooh, we got a lot of new seals. We got 3 new seals for this DLC. We got Shadowkeep, Garden of Salvation, and the Undying. Some changes to some of the icons. Like this thing is definitely different. A lot of new stuff. I've heard that the triumphs have been changed very slightly to act in a different way, but you definitely have a lot more triumphs to get. Look at that, 1,400 out of 1,900. So there's a lot of new ones, and for some reason there's a lot of ones that have automatically unlocked. Oh, okay, so they've actually expanded some of these triumphs to be a little bit higher. So there's apparently leveled triumphs, so you can actually get higher than the current level or get higher levels of the first thing. See how it says 1 out of 3? And apparently they've made it so that it upgrades to the new style of whatever. And this I can claim multiple times because I have way too many of these things. So you guys do actually have to go back and do more of the previous grenade stuff if you want to get more of those triumphs. And oh my god, there's going to be so many things to get, so many triumphs to claim, and so much triumph score. I need to work on my triumph score. It's been a while since I've actually tried. But yeah, apparently you got to go back and use some of those grenades. We don't want to use it anymore. Dude, there's too many to get. I can't claim them all. Oh, thank God. I did not want to have to do more strikes for a triumph. Thank God it's just bounties for Zavala. I thought for sure they were going to make it next one 500. Obviously, there's a lot of new... You think 50,000 is that hard? Nah, I go all the way with my scores. I like how it says it in the actually tooltip now. There's a lot of things. I can't go through all of this right now, but there's a lot of new triumphs and stuff to check out, new things and all that whatnot, things to look out for, things to earn, and and whatnot. There's a lot. Let's just say that there's a lot. Moving over here to the collection screen, just wanted to very quickly take a look at the new things. This is new, right? Yeah, okay, so this is a new badge. You can actually check out some of the gear. Let's, like, for example, let's go ahead and check out some of the gear pieces, like the new moon armor set that we have here, the new shaders, a new exotic. There's lots of cool stuff to check out in the actual collections. All right, let's go ahead and move over to the vendors section of this video. I'm going to be going over some vendors that have new stuff and vendors that are part of our regular weekly reset. I apologize again, this is a long video because there's a lot of stuff to go over. Let's go ahead and get started here. With ZAVALA, there's obviously some new types of bounties giving you bright dust opportunities because there are less opportunities in the wild. The rest of these are going to be some standard Vanguard bounties. After that, you have these things, which I assume are the new ritual weapons, which are supposed to be the new pinnacle weapons that are not as good. But it seems like the requirements seem a lot less dubious, or perhaps there's multiple sets to these. And then finally, you have new emblems, new shaders, and all that whatnot. Outside of that, it's pretty standard. Damn right, we're just picking up everything. You can't go around just not picking up everything. I mean, what kind of man do you take me for? Moving on to Shack, seems like a pretty standard and similar setup to ZAVALA. Just has some different bounties that you can do for different rewards. Lots of them giving you bright dust. Oh, that one gives you bright dust too. Obtain an additional random crucible bounty. Oh, this is... Oh. So apparently you can get more than just these 4. You can get like a 5th one that just is able to be done multiple times. Oh, okay. Interesting. And obviously we have the ritual weapons over here, I think. Yeah, look at that. Randy's throwing knife. That's the ritual weapon. Maybe this is just an extra little bonus of whatever and whatnot. And then obviously you have the new shaders, which I do want to take a look at. This does look pretty decent. I don't like the, the foliage obviously doesn't work well, but it is. And then finally, the new style of emblems and all that whatnot, and then the standard stuff as you've seen before. And of course, if you actually give tokens to Shax or ZAVALA, he'll be giving you some gear that is a higher level. So again, a lot of people are probably going to be starting their journey right here just by spamming out these tokens on ZAVALA and Shax, and probably getting their gear to, like, see there it said 54. Probably getting their gear past 900 before they even leave the tower. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend this because everything you get from this point on is going to be powerful, or at least it's going to help you out. Excuse me? What did you just say? You're 752, Shax. I want to mention everybody went to 750, even you. That's right, calling him out. Are these new? Are these vines new, or am I going crazy? I do not remember there being vines there. Those have to be new. It is this season of the Undying after all. Let's go ahead and move over to Eververse, showing off the new engram. I'm actually going to be showing you what's inside of these if I have the opportunity to do so. Great, I got the small bright dust. That is the worst thing you can get off of the of the first thing you get off. First of all, there's a lot of new stuff. I can't hope to go over every single new item. There's just way too many of the new items to go over. I'm gonna go over the ones that make sense. You have the, across the bottom here, Bright Dust, you got Stylish Sit, you got a Guiding Light Shell, you got the Dark Blade effect, which looks really nice, and a couple other shaders. I just wanted to very quickly just peer inside of this, because you can actually peer inside of the nostalgic engram and see literally everything that there is. So it seems they've actually changed the way ornaments look, but nothing here is actually new. All right, so apparently the nostalgic engram does not contain any new items, which is very disconcerting because it sounds like it's just one of those, like, the celebration of year 2 engrams, which I don't know about that, Bungie. I wanted to earn some new stuff, but apparently there's nothing new, and that's really weird. I guess you have to get them from being sold from her. Weird. Let's go ahead and take a look at these new sections. We got the new seasonal section with all new armor pieces, armor sets, finishers. If you want to buy them for real money, I'm going to keep an eye out for regular bright dust stuff. But you got a lot of new ones. Ooh, this looks really nice. This might be a thumbnail item. Oh, look at that. Callous Love. I like the look of that. Ooh, a new gold ornament for this. There's a lot of new stuff to check out. Hopefully it does end up being sold, which they said it should end up being sold over the season. I want to check out what some of these look like. That's exactly what I would have expected. Exactly what I would have expected. The blind clutch. Yeah, exactly what I would have expected. Nothing that too bombastic. We have some, ooh, you can actually get the Optimistic set. We have some archived items here, which is the same as before, nothing really new. The Bright Dust section, ooh, there's a paint section. The Bright Dust section, a little bit shorter than it was before. you have actually new stuff. You see the little Vex icon, so she does in fact sell new stuff, but it's obviously going to be trickled in a little bit. We have the Make It Stop emote, which is going to be pretty obvious. We got the Shark Blood in the Water. We got the Woomera, which I'm actually using right now, and a couple of other items across the top that we have seen in the past. We got a new shader, which I do want to see the lookup, which looks like this on a Titan. Again, oh, look at the gun. Actually, looks good on the gun. Not the Sunrise Warrior, but it looks, Titan's color weird, so take that with a grain of salt. We've already seen this. We just saw that earlier, and we have all of these. A lot of the shaders have changed the look a little bit. One of those major updates. But lastly, the campaigns, which I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. Okay, it literally meant campaigns. So if you wanted to buy stuff, it is available. So I'm gonna avoid this one forever. You know, it just popped in my mind. Maybe Amanda has something for us to get. But I don't know, and I don't care enough to go all the way over there. Let me know in the comments down below if Amanda's any different. Oh man, I've been recording for 36 minutes. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Hawthorne is actually a little bit different. We're gonna go over what she does have. Clan bounties, we have things like Gambit matches, assist final blows in Crucible, raid with clanmates, and then finally, it says legendary gear actually. It's not powerful gear for this last one. This requires you to be a max level clan, but does not give you powerful gear. None of these actually do. Weekly raid challenges, none of these give you powerful gear either. With both hands is going to be the Crown of Sorrows raid one, actually. This first one's the Crown of Sorrows one. It's going to be the boss fight where you basically can only shoot down one hand each person in the final boss damaging phase. So you just have basically 3 pairs of people shoot down the hands separately and whatnot. As for the Last Wish raid, we have the Summoning Ritual, part of the Kali challenge. Basically, you just have to activate all 9 of the platforms and then kill the ogres in the middle. And then lastly, to each their own, which is going to be the boss fight section, Scourge of the Past raid. Every single one of the people there have to destroy one of the shield generators on the boss every time the damage phase is available. And then lastly, we have consumables. Apparently, you can get your raid banners in higher amounts. So if you wanted to get a lot of raid banners all at the same time, now you have the option to do that from Hawthorne, which is good. She's the raid girl. She should have the raid stuff. Cowgirl Harder. That's a weird name. Just wanted to very quickly check out Ada. It doesn't seem like there's anything new here. If you want to do it, it's there, but it's not powerful here. Moving on to the Drifter's inventory. Yeah, he does in fact have the new ritual weapons. Just wanted to see if there's anything new. We do have bright dust sections, pretty much standard across all of them. There's the bounties. There's the reusable bounties that you can get from apparently more glimmer. Oh, that actually costs 3,000 glimmer. I just realized you obviously have some of the previous items. These are all going to be legendary rewards. None of these are powerful rewards any longer. And then finally, you have the new ritual stuff. So you have the new exit strategy, which is not a lot of multi-kills, which is something good. So it's not as hard to get, but obviously it's not as good as we would have wanted it. Outside of that, we have the new shaders, which I do, in fact, like the Gambit shaders. Really nice. And then the Gambit emblem. Nice style. Nice, clean, simple look that they have on these new emblems. I also wanted to take a look at Benedict to see if he has anything new, if he has any yeah, none of these are powerful gear anymore. These are all legendary gear, but they are legendary. They should help you up to 900. Something that is very important is that they are offering the truth shortcut, is what it seems like. So if you get this, you can actually just get the truth, which I haven't done on this character, or actually at all on my account. I haven't finished it. You don't have to go through the whole quest, apparently, and apparently you can just defeat Aranuk, which is the, in 2 weeks, you should be able to get that ogre kill. Outside of that, everything else seems pretty standard, pretty straightforward. These are actually armor 3.0, and they're all 750 gear. I don't know if they're gonna level up with you, like go all the way up to 960 or whatever as you go along, but these are available if you want them. The sword is available this week, which is, you know, a sword. I don't really care about swords. And yeah, that's Benedict. And I believe that that is the whole tower, the whole reset. Now, there's probably some stuff I missed. Everything was very confusing, and stuff is probably going to unlock as you go along and unlock more stuff in the campaign. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I apologize for being so very long, but I wanted to go through everything that I could. 41 minutes of recording. I wanted to go everything I could and tell you and show you what's going on in the reset. But that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next.